All right, this is the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 8. Because thou hast spoiled many nations, all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee.
All right, so and how did he spoil nations? By, what else said earlier, by giving these people the dollar, these nations the dollar, and taking real actual commodities and replace of it. Assets, real assets. And which what created today that economic bubble. Now when that bubble bursts, all hell is gonna break loose. Because these nations are furious because we like, hey, we want our gold back. We want everything back that we given to you for this monopoly money. Pretty much.
Because of man's blood and for the violence of the land of the city.
And with violence of the land, what do? They just rob and pillage different nations. You got a American, you got a NATO or United States a military base on every single continent in the world. All right, so they set themselves up to be the powerhouse of the ruling over the whole world, taking whatever they want, whatever they see in their land, whatever they see in the way, they move it out of the way by establishing their own regime when they take over certain countries. So basically, these places were like in the Philippines, like when in what is it, Saudi Arabia. They set up their own regime there. So Saudi Arabia is just like America.
Precept. This is Micah chapter 2. I'm going to start at verse 1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds when the morning is light. They practice it because it is in the power of their hands. And they covet fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man, his house, even a man in his inheritance.
And that's crazy because in their mind, they think they're doing a righteous deed. They think the earth needs a cleansing like this. They think their way is the best way. And in the scripture that said that he lays on his bed thinking wicked thoughts day in and day out. And what is when he brought the scripture about blood? And Most High said he'll take the craft in the wicked on wicked devices. What does Most High say? Because thou lovest blood, blood shall return upon your own head. So literally, like just like how he set up Pharaoh, it was a purpose of him hardening Pharaoh's heart, setting himself up. Because every time Moses and Aaron would come to Pharaoh, right, and the Most High would harden his heart, he would put a clamp down on even harder on Israel, right? So basically, he set us his pride, set him up for his own destruction.
Precept.
Now, all right. Now, when he when we came out of Egypt in the Exodus, right? His pride made him get up off his throne and go chase us down to try to destroy us. Instead of sitting his little happy-go-lucky ass down and where he was and let us go about our way, he's like, nah, fuck that. Let me go do this. And you know what? His pride led him to his own destruction. Most High destroyed him.
Right. And remember, the focus is America and NATO. Let's not stray too far away from that. Now, this is proven. All this should be proven to you that America is that whore. America is Babylon. Right? That won over the nation with the wine of his philosophies, his lies and robbery and stealing and killing. And also NATO, which is imagination and device of these people, man.
Right.
Go ahead, brother.
God. Of the city, and of all that dwell therein.
Oh shit, I got a precept.
Woe to him that covereth an evil covetousness.
Yep, who covetous? Hold on one second, let me bring this precept up.
God.
This is Ezekiel 24 and 6. It says, wherefore thus saith Yahweh power, woe to the bloody city, to the pot whose scum is still therein, and whose scum is not gone out of it. Bring it out piece by piece. Let no lot fall upon it. So that bloody city is America, man. It's built upon bloodshed. And the Native Americans, all the tribes, the 12 tribes, most of us are still here. Alright? Scattered around the four corners of the earth. But the descendants of slaves that were in America, they're still here. And they heap more people into themselves. They bring in 1 million migrants every year. See that? So they bring in 1 million migrants, and a lot of them is our people from Mexico. Alright, South America.
Okay.
So it says what? Verse 7. For her blood is in the midst of her. She set it upon the top of a rock. She poured it not upon the ground to cover it with dust. They even teaching in their schools what they did to us. They don't hide their sins. Their sins are exposed because they don't believe that the Most High exists. When he show up, his scum is still here. They still got these damn statues up. Andrew Jackass, all these goddamn demons and founding fathers of America.
There's that memorial. You got a memorial for Albert Pike. You got one for Charles Taze Russell.
Right. All the wickedness is still in it, man. All right. That it might cause the fury to come up to take vengeance. I have set her blood upon the top of a rock, that it should not be covered. Therefore, thus saith Yahweh power, woe to the bloody city, I will even make the powerful fire great. So the Lord set America up to be an exposed wound in the last days. All right? Everything that is done is open before the Lord. That's Amos 9 where it says, the eyes of the Lord are upon the sinful kingdom. And he see all the sins, everything is done. Alright? Go ahead.
This is back at the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 9. Woe to him that covereth an evil covetousness.
Covetous.
Woe unto him that covereth covetous
Yep.
and evil covetousness.
There you go, brother.
To his house, that he may set his nest on high.
Right, so they basically robbing and stealing and killing to set their grounds on high, man. Alright? To exalt themselves. And he said the spirit that's lifted up in them is not right. See that? Alright, exalting themselves up as a nation through their riches. Go ahead.
That he may...
And what they call what? Trying to be a world power. They call themselves the peacekeepers of the world. Now Russia's trying to be the peacekeepers of the world, meaning the most powerful nation on earth. Alright? Go ahead, brother. I'm going to leave it there.
That he may be delivered from the power of evil.
Alright, cool. Is it on that?
I'm going to just get down to verse 12 to point.
Alright.
Woe to him that buildeth a town with blood, and establish a city by iniquity.
Right, and NATO is not a city. NATO is a republic. America is not even a city. You know? Well, I'll say that a better way. To be a citizen, or a city, creates citizens. A city is a group of people that come together, and that creates a commune together, either physically or mentally. That creates a city. See, we're creating, the Lord is using his elect to create Jerusalem around the four corners of the earth. All right, the city of peace. Now, America is a city, and it's a republic. It's not even a state or a country. It's a republic and a business, an enterprise with a president, with a president, just like any other business, and a manager, a vice president. All right, supervisors, governors, mayors. See that? All right. Go ahead, brother. Oh, that was it on that? Go ahead. Revelation 13:1. We're going to get the word bear now.
This is Revelation chapter 13, verse 1. It says, and I stood upon the sand of the sea, and saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns. Right,
that beast is NATO. The 7 heads, 10 horns represent the European Union, which created NATO. All right, go ahead.
And upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his heads the names of blasphemy.
Right, their rulers are wicked rulers. Put it like that. Go ahead.
And the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard.
We know the leopard started with the Greeks, with Alexander. You want to get that? Because the Lord sent his angels to bring about the prophecies. That's what we was talking about earlier. You know? And that rough goat is talking about Alexander. All right?
This is Daniel chapter 10, verse 19. It says, and said, O man, greatly beloved, fear not, peace be unto thee, be strong, yea, be strong. And when he had spoken unto me, I was strengthened, and said, let my Lord speak, for thou hast strengthened me. Then said he, knowest thou wherefore I come unto thee? And now will I return to fight with the prince of Persia, and when I am gone forth, lo, the prince of Greece shall come.
Go ahead.
All right. It says, but I I will show thee that which is noted in the scripture of truth. And there is none that holdeth with me in these things but Michael your prince.
Right, so the Lord sends his angels to manipulate the minds of the people, man. He said he's going to put a thought in the kings of the earth heart, in their mind. They're going to think an evil thought, and they're going to come up against the land of unwalled villages. And that's talking about Russia. Alright? So who's bringing about the prophecies? Why did that situation happen with Nato and Russia? That's because the Lord is sending his angels to stir up strife amongst these people, amongst these nations, man. Alright? So, let's say the prince of Greece would be Alexander. The prince of Persia would be Cyrus the Great. So they came in power because the Lord, Yahweh, sent Yahweh Shai to tell the angels to lift them people up or bring them down.
Okay.
Rules in the kingdom of men.
Yeah. This is Daniel chapter 4, verse 17. It says, this matter is by the decree of the watchers, and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High, Yahweh, ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomsoever he will, and he setteth up over it the basis of men.
That's right, man. So he set Esau up, and the Most High established Esau. The Most High established European Union, Rome, Nato, Greece, America. Alright? The end of the system. Go ahead, brother. You got another?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
This is Revelation 17 and 17. For Yahweh hath put in their hearts to fulfill his will.
Right.
And to agree to give power, to give their kingdom unto the beast, until the words of Yahweh shall be fulfilled.
Right, so all these nations gave their power unto NATO. The European Union, they gave, by giving power, they mean what? Giving it money, giving it authority. All right, they gave that to NATO and also to America. All right, go ahead.
This is Revelation chapter 13, verse 2.
Okay, you done. Go ahead, my brother.
And the beast which I saw.
A little bit louder, brother.
This is Revelation chapter 13, verse 2. This is, and the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard, and his feet were as the feet of a bear.
Right, so the feet represents the end of an actual thing. We read that earlier in Daniel chapter 2, where it said the statue of Nebuchadnezzar, and the end of it represents the feet. All right, it said the Lord is going to take them at the feet. That's when Yahweh Shai is going to show up, at the end of this system. At the end of this wickedness upon this earth. At the end of the so-called white man's rulership. All right, go ahead. And the bear. Now let's deal with the word bear. You got it?
Yeah, this is Bear Strong's G715, Arctos. Alright.
Yeah, let me get on here too, because we kind of want to find.
Because you might have some more on that. Alright, it says, a bear, probably from G714, a bear as obstructing by ferocious.
Yeah, kind of stumbling a little bit.
Yeah, what is that word?
Ferocity.
Alright. It says, as obstructing by ferocity.
Right, ferocious. Meaning prepared. Meaning worthy. That's what Russia is. Mighty. They're the ones that can guard these nations. That's what it's saying right there. That's what the word bear represents in the sense of how they attack. Alright? I forgot what war was that when Russia was fighting somebody, and then they thought the attack was over. Then they just turned back and just destroyed them. I forgot who it was, though. I'm going to look it up and do a lesson on it. But that's the way Russia moves. That's the way a bear operates. What's that movie with a bear bit the actor up? It was a movie with the guy that played in Troy. You know what I'm talking about? The Revenant? Yeah, the Revenant or something like that?
I think so.
Yeah, his back was tearing up by the
That one. Now, if you watch how the bear attacked him, the bear tore him up first and left him there, and then walked away. And then it came back and just destroyed him.
Yeah, come on.
That's what the Lord means when we talking about the bear. I'm going to put hooks in your jaw, pull you back. All right? And in the sense of, just like with Persia, it controls many areas. All right? And that's what Russia does. All right, go ahead. Let me get this definition real quick. So Russia is what? There's more to it too, but I don't want to ramble on it. It says a bear as obstructing by ferocity, right? Now, right here, it says to come on, man, go back, man. All right, it says right here, properly to ward off, to avail, to be possessed of unfailing strength. Is that not Russia? What's the symbol of Russia? Somebody got the symbol?
Bear.
Somebody pull it up. We got to prove our thing. Right?
What's that first thing you read?
Properly to ward off.
To ward off what? These other nations.
Ward off the other nations.
To protect those.
When they beat our guard into them. Right? And how you going to be the guard if they're not worthy, if they're not satisfactory? That's what it says. Satisfactory. To be strong. To suffice. To be enough. So Russia is enough to handle America and all these nations, man. Alright, so we prove what the leopard is. We prove what the beast is NATO. We're proving that still.
The Russian bear is a widespread symbol.
Oh, yeah,
I got it. Alright, this is a symbol of Russia. It says the Russian bear is a widespread symbol, generally of a Eurasian brown bear.
Eurasian?
Damn, you just went into that. You just said that.
Eurasian. That's Europe and Asia, which is or Europe and Asia, which is divided right there with what you call Magog, which is Russia today. Right, and the capital more towards Asia, yep, would be what? Moscow. Alright. There you go. That's Eurasia, man. Russia.
Let me keep going. For Russia used in cartoons, articles, and dramatic plays since as early as the 16th century, and relating alike to the Russian Empire, the Soviet Union, and the present-day Russian Federation.
Boom. So all the way to today, all the way to the present-day Russian Federation, man. From the Soviet Union to the present-day Russian Federation. All right? Because you had Gorbachev. Matter of fact, we don't get into that because Gorbachev came out and said it. He was there to witness the downfall of the Soviet Union in 1991. And he said it in 2016, the Soviet Union is revised. It's coming back. Alright, so the Soviet Union, today's Russia, same thing. Why? Because they were the capital of those USSR republics was what? Moscow. Now today, the capital of all those nations over there and that are trying to annex those old USSR nations, meaning pull them back in, is who? Moscow. Alright, that's Gog. You see that? Alright, now let's get, where we at? That was the bear.
Still on verse 2.
Yeah, go back and read the bear part again, brother.
This is Revelation chapter 13, verse 2. It says, and the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard, and his feet as the feet of a bear, and his mouth as the mouth of a lion.
Right. So his mouth represents the mouth of a lion. So what is it talking about? That beast. Now that mouth of a lion, so somebody look up Great Britain symbol. Alright. Now Great Britain, yeah, you can pull it up for a picture and show, and then he can pull it up to read about it. Yep. Oh, you showed the bear? Yep, the water. Alright. So Great Britain represents that lion. And so saying that what NATO was established through Great Britain and these other nations, man. You see it, right? Go ahead. Hit it. Click on it. You gotta click on it. Click on it. It should say something about it.
Yeah, that's the soccer mascot thing.
Yeah, go ahead. Pull it. What would it be? Great Britain Lions. Yep.
It says. All right. It says English. All right. Great Britain symbol lion. It says.
You got it. There you go. You can put it up there. Come on, y'all, get that fire in y'all, man. Come on.
It says English medieval warriors rulers with a reputation for bravery attracted the nickname the Lion. The most famous example is Richard I of England, known as Richard the Lionheart.
Right. So now let's look up the word lion in definition in the scriptures. In that verse, Revelation 13. The word lion in Greek is leon. And it says a lion, a brave and mighty hero. And who is that? Britain. That was a mighty nation. It's a mighty nation, a mighty hero. Alright? So it says, as referred to as a lion, it's going into something else, a lion of the tribe of Judah. But it says a mighty hero. So Britain showed up as that mighty hero. They were the leaders in World War I. You see that? And they fell more towards the background in financial power after World War II, because they lost the most. They lost a lot of their people, and they lost a lot of their military. So that's when Russia took the forefront, and America took the forefront. And they started pushing out their nukes. And Britain took the back, but the forefront with the money. Alright? So they still had power. And so they're the ones that kicked off what you call today NATO, with France and Britain, to go against the bear, which is Russia. So it's letting you know this system is going to fight against that system, which is Russia. This republic is going to fight against that republic. And once they meet, they'll let you know we're at the end. All right. Can you go down? Wait, where was it at? Go ahead, brother. Read that one more time.
One more. This is Revelation chapter 13,
There you go.
verse 2. This is, and the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard,
Go ahead.
and his feet as the feet of a bear,
Right.
and his mouth as the mouth of a lion. And the dragon gave him his power, and his seat, and great authority.
Right. You go back up. Back. Yeah, go down again. I'm sorry, not that paragraph, not the next one. Not that one. Not that one. Not that one. Keep on, keep on, keep on. Be right. Oh, that shit look different. Go down again. It's right here. Right there. In history, yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna read it over.